us in, babe.
Welcome to
Coco
Coco Caliente.
So, welcome back, everybody. This is our... I feel like we're inching towards our 100th episode slowly. It feels like it's going to come quick, but then it's like takes longer than it really does.
Yeah, this is only like 70.
Yeah, still, that's pretty crazy, right? That we've been doing that for this long. Anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
Today we are following up with our BB18 alumni friend. She's a baker now, so it's also this is really cool to catch up.
She's a baker.
She's a mom. She's a baker. So Zakiyah Everette, I had a hard time, and I'm going to bring this up with her. I for the first 3 weeks, almost a month, I called her Zakiyah.
You did.
So bad. I felt so bad. But anyway, we hope you guys enjoy. Hello.
Yay, it worked. I pulled you guys up on my iPad so I can have the audio. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, it sounds crisp.
Yeah,
how's it going, y'all?
We're doing good. I think as good as we can be with everything going on. What about you?
You know, I didn't even think about that until you said it. Things have been great for me. Well, as we all know, we've been in the house, all together for an extended amount of time. So, I mean, I guess I was kind of prepared for it, but And
I think we hung out a lot in the house. I think we're kind of similar where, I'm an introvert. You're kind of an introvert, right? Like we need to recharge by ourselves and we vibe well in small intimate groups. So this is as far as being locked in the house, I'm thriving. So.
Right. Exactly. I was like, it's not that bad. And, I was on maternity leave for, this amount of time. So it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. My baby has kept me entertained. So
yeah, definitely keeping you busy. That's the best time I feel like to be locked up with a brand new baby.
For real. She has been keeping me on my toes.
So her name, Harlem, right?
Yep, Harlem, like New York.
Harlem, okay. And how old is she right now?
She will be 3 months on Thursday.
Oh my gosh, Nicole and I, we are so baby hungry.
We are,
and it's just so nice seeing people with babies now. I'm not gonna lie, I used to have been like, ugh, I don't want a baby, the younger, immature self of me,
I say that everyone should have a baby. Babies are the best thing in the world. You can be having the crappiest day ever and just looking at your child is going to make you smile. So I think everybody should have babies.
Did it when the baby came into, you were pregnant obviously and you felt the baby inside you, which that in itself has to be weird, right? Having a life inside you.
Oh my God. Nobody can really explain it. I think the best way I could is just to say it's like a fish, swimming in your stomach. It's the most alien thing ever. It is so strange. And then when they're actually here, it's even more crazy because I can remember telling my mom, I just want to know what she looks like. I want to know exactly what she looks like. You get the ultrasound, you get the 3D ultrasound, but it's not even, it's not enough.
Yeah.
So when she actually got here, it was like, wow, I can't believe you're actually living in there.
Yeah. What was it like? What was that feeling like? Ultimate connection, when you had the baby and you see her for the first time. Is it just oh my gosh, that's it? That's your life.
Oh my gosh, I can't even explain. You would have to be in the situation to actually understand. It's like your life has changed forever. And in the best way possible.
Right.
I just know that I don't even really remember what life was like before her.
Yeah, that's what I hear people say. Even something as simple as the guy that used to have the crotch rocket all the time. Then he has a baby and he's like, well, nothing else matters. I got to get rid of that. I got to refocus my life, get rid of the sports car. Everything's about, this kid.
Yes.
Yes.
You just want to do everything better, better for yourself, better for your child. It's a completely different world. So, I love my baby.
I'm so happy for you, and it's so exciting.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess we should start with before you got on to Big Brother 18. What were you up to?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, let's look at let's get in the time machine.
Ooh, what was I doing? You know what? I was in my first year of grad school. I had applied for the show. It was right after this really, really bad breakup. And I did not think at all in a million years that I would get called back for Big Brother. Like, I had no idea. And they called me in February, I believe, and I was in Target. And I thought I was getting a prank call. Like, I did not think it was legit. So I hung up the phone. I hung up the phone on the agent. And she called me back and she's like, I'm just trying to make sure, this is actually Zakiyah. I'm like, so you guys you're not playing with me. And she was like, no. I'm like, what in the world? So I can just remember being way more wide-eyed and innocent and, just trusting of everyone and just a completely different person, prior to the show. And I feel like once being on it, yeah. You just change, right? Like everything is like in more perspective. Like you're actually like paying attention, you're building connections and you're having to put a lot on the line, with other people. And for me, that was just a life-changing experience. That's another thing that, only we understand.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you can't really explain that to anybody. What were you going, or what did you apply to grad school for? Like, what was your undergraduate, and then what were you doing for your graduate school?
Yeah. So undergrad, I went to school for basically social studies. So I can teach social studies.
Oh, okay, cool.
And then graduate studies, I did child and family development. I really wanted to teach the younger ones. So this past year, I taught kindergarten, which was interesting. So I got the experience of both. The year after the show, I taught high school civics and economics. And that was just a field day.
Which one did you like better?
The little badass kids or the older badass kids?
I loved my kindergartners. They were great. A lot of the kids from high school, they saw the show, so they were just like, "Hey, yeah." It was so strange. It was so strange. It was like pandemonium at the high school. I was just like, "This is crazy." So. The kids, the kindergartners, they don't know who I am. They just know that I'm their teacher and, I'm with them for a good bit of the day. So, oh man.
So that's interesting. So we're doing high school after Big Brother. So I feel like sometimes teachers, especially in high school, have a hard time getting the respect of their students.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like you coming right off a TV show, they automatically look up to you because in that age, they think that social media and TV, all that's so cool. So did you automatically like have their respect like right out the gate?
I'll put it this way, and this is so funny. I had the respect from my boy students, and my authority was often challenged by my girl students. I don't know why.
Wow.
I don't know why.
That's interesting.
It was something. I'm like, what did I do? But to this day, a lot of them have graduated this past month, and they'll reach out to me. They'll be like, Miss E, can you please write me a recommendation letter? What are you up to? Can I babysit Harlem? I'm just like, oh my goodness, now I can't get rid of them. So you make an impact on them in a lot of different ways. So it's kind of cool. It's interesting now for sure.
And were you and your family? Did you guys watch Big Brother? Was that kind of like the thing that you guys did? And is that why you applied?
It's crazy. My mom and my sister were way more into it. I kind of watched like in passing. So. My mom would, download the live feeds. She would pay for that subscription, and my sister and her would be talking back and forth. I'm just like, what did I miss? Like, they were way bigger fans and for me, I just knew, the show, every now and then I would turn it on the DVR, watch whatever I missed, and go on about my business. But oh my goodness, like I didn't know as much as I should have known prior to going on the show. It is crazy. Like I should have studied and got my notes together and, shoulda, coulda, woulda, but.
But honestly, sometimes doing that can, I don't know, because when Vic and I went on Amazing Race, there were people who like prepared for months, and Victor and I only had 4 days to prepare. And the people who prepared for months like were out right away. So I think sometimes being underprepared can kind of like work in your favor too.
Right,
you know?
right. Because you can start scrambling and like, what am I doing? I'm overthinking.
Exactly.
You're right. You're right about that.
So don't beat yourself up about it, because you never know.
Yeah, because I didn't think I would make it in that game as long as I did. Like, I kid you not, that first night I was in that back room, and I think I was laying, I don't know who I was laying next to, but I was at the end of the bed, and I was just looking up at the ceiling, and I said to myself, what did I just get myself into?
Definitely.
Like, I was so scared. I was freaking out. I was like, I cannot believe I just did this. Like, how can I press the pause button? But, you know, it worked out. It was an experience for sure. So, you know.
Oh, and I told Nicole I would apologize to you because I think I called you Zakiyah. Or some variation of your name that wasn't your name for like a better part of like 3 weeks. So
3 weeks, you weren't in there for 3 weeks. You got voted out like week 1.
Oh, okay.
Vic was a threat.
No, he ate all the food.
Yeah,
so we're like,
that's why.
We gotta get rid of him.
I was like, I can remember you dumping like a whole bunch of ice cream and like some cookies into a bowl. He like mixed it up and like trying to pass it around. I was like, no, he didn't.
Yes, Ian could eat all that. We only get like 3 pizzas, and he would eat like 2 of them. We're like, I'm like, are you kidding me?
It is all good. Yeah, no, it's fine. I get that name all the time. Like when I go to the doctors, like it's cool. Like I've grown into it now.
If you're looking for a really cool shampoo and conditioner, I use Function of Beauty, which is customizable.
I do too, actually. I ordered my own, and and it's funny because, and Nicole will get into it, but you can have it say what you want it to say on there.
Mostly
right?
normal people would put their names.
Yeah, normal people put their names. So Nicole, for example, she put Coco, right? Mm-hmm. But for me, I put Vic, not Nick.
You couldn't fit not, so you put Vic, no Nick.
Yeah, so it's almost like it's for Victor, no Nicole.
I know.
Just so you know.
Annoying. And actually yours is what, fragrance-free, dye-free. His is all white bottles. And it's cruelty-free, which is really important to me as well. And vegan. They never use sulfates, parabens, mineral oils, or any other harmful ingredients. So what you do is you go online and you just take like this, 5-question hair quiz.
Yeah, it's a quiz.
And you get to tell them what your hair texture is like, what your goals are, whether you want hydration, do you want anti-frizz, do you have color treatment in your hair? It designs the perfect shampoo and conditioner for you. You get to pick the color that you want. Comes in lots of colors. You get to pick the fragrance you want. And like I told you before, you don't have to pick a fragrance if that's something you're not interested in.
Yeah, it's a 4-question quiz. Yeah, so even better.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Super easy. Yeah, so if you are interested to get started right now, go to functionofbeauty.com/Coco to take your 4-part hair profile quiz and save 20% on your first order, which is huge.
Yeah.
Don't spend another minute in hair misery. Go to functionofbeauty.com/Coco to let them know that we sent you. That's functionofbeauty.com/COCO.
Give it a try. So how ecstatic was your mom and your sister when they like find out you're like in the process of being on the show?
Oh my goodness. So my mom, I think more than anything, she was just nervous. Like she was concerned and, wanted to make sure that everything was in place. And I deleted like all my social media. I hate that I did that, but I deleted everything because she was like nervous that, people destroy my, all of my stuff. And I think for them more so, it was just making sure that once I got off the show, everything would be, fine. And I was in a positive, mental space and things like that. But, prior to going on the show, it was just like, oh my God, like, are you ready? And I'm just like, I don't know. I'll let you know once I'm off. But, it was, interesting for sure for them. And they had to deal with a lot. You guys know how trolls and all that nonsense.
So stupid.
Very much so. I'm just like, do you guys have a life? Or are you just chilling in the basement? You know,
they are. They have no life, literally.
Yes. It was crazy. So again, it was just a different world, not only for me, but, you know, for them too. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, they're on the outside, like dealing with everything. That's the thing that I don't know. When I went on the first time, and the second time, I like made all my stuff private, I think.
Yeah.
And like my mom, because that's always scary. And then like I know people who have businesses and then they destroy your business or over nothing. So, I mean, at least your mom, she was just being like protective. And I feel like that's what I would do for my kid too. Like,
oh yeah.
Better be safe than sorry for sure.
Like, I can't even imagine if Harlem decided she wanted to go on the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, technology.
Like, no!
Yes, like, people are just nuts, like, for no reason at all. And, you know, our technology and, you know, social media is just so big. I feel like more so, you know, than ever when we were on the show. That's when things really were booming. And, you know, seasons prior to us, you know, social media wasn't like that, you know? So
it just gets worse and worse, honestly. Everything is so critiqued. It's like, oh my goodness. Especially with the 24-hour live feeds. Or you knew because your mom watched, right? So I know people go in there not even knowing about the live feeds, and then it becomes like, oh crap. Like, oh my gosh, like people can watch me change. It's like,
everything. And, you know, I didn't know about a lot of different things until I got off. So I was just like, oh, this shit sucks. But
so when you do get off, was it hard to adjust back to reality, back to real life after being, you know, so public for so long?
It took me a while, kind of going back to, like, you know, the social media and stuff. People think that they know you personally from just sitting there, you know, watching you. And, you know, they think that, you know, they're a part of your life. And, you know, just going back to, you know, Instagram and stuff and people trying to, oh, like, you should do this and you should do that. Or, you know, what's your favorite? It's like, we're like the normal, you know, like same people. Right. It was like a lot for me, and I couldn't sleep. I think I wasn't able to get back into a normal sleeping pattern until like maybe 2 months later. It was hard for me. Wow. Like I just couldn't, like I would be in my sleep and then, you know, waking up, you know, abruptly trying to figure out, you know, where am I and what should I be doing? And it was a lot. It was very hard for me, and I didn't go out. I didn't really want to, you know, places like the store and getting recognized there. I'm like, okay, I just want things to kind of, you know, go back to how it used to be. But it just took some time, and I found myself coming to embrace it, going into the school and the kids knowing me and then other teachers and whatnot. And it just didn't seem bad once they were asking a bunch of questions. I'm like, let me actually break this down to you guys. So,
I think that's the tough part, having to regurgitate the same information over and over. So I guess when you're at the school and you get it done one shot with everybody that's there, then you're good because then everybody knows you.
Right, and then that's it. Like, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
That's a good point, though. Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you try to avoid it, they'll probably bug you about it every single day.
It makes it worse.
Right. Yeah. It's exhausting. So, it's cool now. The last school that I was at this past school year, only had a few teachers. And you know what was so cool? I had a teacher there that was on Married at First Sight or something like that. Yeah, so I was like, cool, I'm not the only person.
Wow, that's cool. That's interesting.
So that was so dope. I was like, okay, great. Like, she can take, you know,
we can connect. We can connect a little bit. Yeah.
Yes. So that was pretty cool.
So I was very surprised to see on your social media that you are a baker. I mean, never in a million years would I ever thought that's something that you did, and not just like.
Well, we know you could cook because you made those she made those really good like chicken
nuggets.
Things.
Yeah, fried nuggets,
and they would be gone in like 2 seconds, and and they took her hours because she cut them so perfectly.
Well, I did.
And it's not that you just bake. I mean, the cakes that we saw on there, they look just so perfect. Like the stuff that you're like, I don't even know how people make that type of stuff.
That's not easy.
You know?
Yeah. It's work.
And I was reading on your site, and it said like you started this as a hobby back in like 2007.
Yeah, like it started early on. So I took like courses and stuff when I was in high school. Thanks to my mom. Like anything we were ever interested in, she was like, all right, like how can we make this happen? And I took those classes and I started selling cupcakes at school. I would sell them for like 50 cents.
Hustler.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I sold cupcakes the entire school year, like every day.
Oh, wow.
To students and teachers, and a couple of the principals there. Cause it was, it was a high school separated into 5 different schools. So each school had a principal.
Wow.
So I had a trip to Spain, and I was actually able to fund my trip to Spain by selling the cupcakes in the school.
Oh my gosh. Did you take
50 cents a pop?
Did you take orders? Did you take orders, or was it just like whatever you felt like making, then you just brought?
So I would take orders, and I would also just bring like my duffel bag with me. Yeah, I was a cupcake plug.
I would definitely buy a cupcake for 50 cents every single day.
Absolutely.
Like,
why not?
yes.
It was a good little hustle. So yeah, I kind of, been dabbling in and out for these past few years, getting back into the habit of, just making cakes again. And yeah, like I've been booming with my little cake jars. I've been selling those online, and I've been selling out every Friday. And it's exhausting, but I love it. I absolutely love, baking and making food in general. Like, that's my thing.
And you just do all that in your kitchen at your house?
Yes.
That's awesome.
So, the decent enough space, yeah. And I have things laid out. I have stuff going right now. I just made chocolate-covered pretzels and Rice Krispies, and I'm making like 60 cake jars right now, and yeah.
So what are your cake jars exactly? Because they're really, really cute. So is it just like ingredients and then you mix it, or?
Oh yeah. So I'll take the actual cupcakes and I'll put them into the jar, and with icing and whichever one. So right now, because I'm trying to do it seasonal, like 4 different flavors every season. Right now, I have like a red velvet chocolate chip jar. I have like a few different. Let me go into this kitchen to see. I have a strawberry shortcake.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yes, I have a caramel apple. And
oh my God, I love that kind too.
Yes. And so far, my cookies and cream is the popular of them all.
That's my favorite right there, cookies and cream.
Yes, it's pretty good.
So do you sell those online or just locally?
Yeah, I sell them online.
Oh, you do?
They're able to be cool. I have like cool packs in them, and they're good for. I can only do like 2 to 3 day shipping. I won't do anything, more than that. So people get them, and they're cool and chilled, and they eat them straight out the box. So.
I'm ordering.
So you eat it. So you eat it right out of the jar.
Yeah, it's ready to go.
Yes.
Oh, that is awesome.
I know. Look at right here. I just pulled it up. Look how good that looks.
Oh my God, we got to order some.
Yeah, I'm gonna order some Zakiyah. Hey, let me know before they all sell out. So I want to be like the first one to order. I want to try them all.
I have pre-orders going on every Friday. So.
Oh, okay. What's today?
Yes.
Monday?
Yeah, today's Monday.
I'll hit you up on Friday. So.
And it's so funny. People have already tried to add to their cart like prior to Friday. Like I can see it.
I'm so happy for you though. How fun.
Yeah, that is really neat.
Thank
and
you.
Your cakes are beautiful. Like how do you is that something that you've always been good at, is like getting everything, that's like fondue, right?
Yes. So
getting that so neat and stuff, like
it's a process for sure. Like I enjoy it still. I was one of those kids that I love Play-Doh, so it's pretty much the same thing. You're like kneading it and rolling it, and like it can be a process. It'll be like nighttime by the time I'm looking up, but it's a pretty interesting technique to do. I won't even say talent. I'll just say it's a skill that anybody can learn. And I definitely want to have like classes in the future to kind of show people how to do it on their own.
That's what I was going to say. Is this something that you want to like open up your own bakery and like have staff to constantly have cupcakes going out and cupcakes and then selling your jars and everything?
Oh yeah, like I would love to, like cake jars and cakes and pretzels, anything sweet and confection. I would love to have my own bakery someday. So we'll see what happens. I'm trying to work in baby steps.
Yeah.
Not knowing that my baby needs me. So
absolutely.
And it's nice that you can do it right out of your own home, and you don't have to leave her, and you can, watch her at the same time, and you can work through a pandemic. So.
Yeah. That's been like the best thing about it. People are able to, stop by and, they'll have their mask on. I have my mask on and they'll come and pick it up and, easy transactions. So
that's cool.
It's been great.
And you're still teaching too. I mean, obviously barring COVID now, but whenever the school season starts back up, you go back to school. Yes.
Yes. So here in North Carolina, we're doing the virtual learning, so everything is online. So same school days, just all on the computer for the most part. Yeah, so that's been an adjustment for a lot of the teachers that I work with. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. Tough times.
And let's talk about, your content is like freaking amazing. So is
on your Instagram?
is just your brain like working these ideas? Do you have like someone helping you? Like, oh my gosh, these are like magazine worthy pictures.
Thank you. No, it's just me. It's just me.
No way.
I think of the stuff that I want and I have to figure it out. Fortunately, my mom is a photographer. She does that, full time. Mm-hmm. She does newborn and, maternity. So I'll just come up with an idea or something that I'm thinking of and we'll go downstairs and we make it happen.
Well, even like your pregnancy photos, that bath photo is so beautiful. And then even like was that just like material and then did you have a fan blowing or how did you do that?
You know what? My mom does a fabric toss thing, and my sister actually was in town because she's up in Boston, and she tossed my fabric for me.
Wow, Victor, are you looking?
Yeah, I'm looking.
Look at her. And so then I love the dresses too with you in Harlem that are like all the ruffles and stuff. Is that something you bought or did you make that?
My mom, she has like all of those dresses. I don't know where she got it from or how she got it made.
But did she let like people like moms wear those with her babies or?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a little upcharge, but she will. Oh, my baby's wait.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine.
I think she could hear me, but yeah. Hey, are you awake? She's just looking at me like, what are you doing? You're supposed to be in my face when I wake up. She's so demanding. Oh, my gosh.
Is she a good baby?
You know what? She is. Like, I have no complaints. She cries when she needs her basic needs, a diaper change, or she's hungry, but she's a good baby. She's good. Really good.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, I have baby fever. All my friends are having babies, too. And it's like,
have a baby.
I know.
You'll love it. You'll love it. I promise.
I wish I had one during the pandemic. That's for sure.
Oh my gosh, you would get all your cuddles in, and oh my gosh, like she loves to just snuggle.
So now that you've basically adjusted to real life and you have your routine now in school, you have your baby, baking. Would you ever go back on reality TV?
Oh my God, no. Oh my God, no. You know what? If I marry rich and end up on like a Housewives of Charlotte or something like that, yeah, like I cannot imagine. Oh my gosh, like people find it really hard to believe, but I am kind of shy. Like I don't like being the center of attention, and I like being cute and going out here and there, but I just don't like being zoomed in on. So I cannot imagine. No. Oh my gosh, no.
Well, that's good.
I told her we're gonna have to go visit. We've always wanted to go to North Carolina.
Yeah, definitely. That's something
you guys should come down. It's so beautiful down here.
We tried to come a couple times for like this animal thing. But now we're just going to come and we're just going to come see you and then whatever else happens.
Yep, that works. I'll take you guys around. I'll take you around. Like my city is so nice and it's spacious and green and city life is nice too. Charlotte is just so up and coming. Like, you guys just come on down and I'll take you around.
We'll eat some cupcakes and I'll hold your baby.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds like a dream. So.
Yep. You can do that. You can make it happen.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you cutting out some time in your day to talk to us. Everybody, make sure. What's your Instagram for your cakes?
Oh, Kia Cakes. So it's Kia, Kiyah, Cakes with a Z at the end.
So, yeah, go to Kia Cakes, order. Every Friday you can put in your orders, and they get sold out, so you got to order them right away.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much. You enjoy your baby. We're so happy for you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye,
Absolutely.
Zakiyah.
All right, guys. Y'all take care.
You too.
All right,
bye.
bye.
All right. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed catching up with Zakiyah.
It's nice. It's it's almost nostalgic.
Yeah.
Right? Like you start talking about that season and just those people that were on that show, and I don't know. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
And to think that it's coming up right around the corner.
Yeah, true.
So Nicole, Spanish word of the day.
Okay.
This would be so easy for you and anybody that's listening. They'll automatically get it. Okay.
I'm eye rolling so hard right now. They're like back into my skull. You cannot see.
She can see her brain.
Yeah.
So the Spanish word of the day is realidad.
What?
Realidad. Realidad. Realidad.
That makes me think of I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, you're thinking of Feliz Navidad?
Yes.
No.
Okay, what is it?
Realidad.
Reality.
Hey, that's it.
Awesome.
How'd you get that?
When you said it.
Realidad?
Yeah.
Yeah, reality.
Reality. Yep.
That's too easy. That's not even fair. I'm
See,
going to start giving
you. It was so easy. I totally got it. But like the way that you were ending it.
Realidad.
Makes me think of Navidad.
Yeah, I get it.
Anyways, he's just shocked that I'm so smart.
Well, no, because
and educated.
you would never. I don't know. I'm going to start getting harder words.
I think what it is that I know you really well, and so I'm more so picking what I think you would choose as a word than actually
in tune with what I'm trying to say or where I'm.
It does kind of sound like reality, though.
It's probably rooted in like a Latin word. You know, the root for reality. I don't know.
Yeah.
I bet you if I looked up right now what the root word for reality was, it'd be something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how I got it. If you want to really trick me, you just got to pick a word that doesn't sound like the English version. Mm-hmm. And then I will never get it.
Oh, wait. There was something that I wanted to do. I was talking to you, Nicole, about it. Obviously, I wasn't talking to our listeners about it. But I downloaded this app, and this is not for like this is not an ad or anything, right? But I like listening to facts, or I like reading facts. So I downloaded an app that gives me facts every day. So I wanted to go through some of these with Nicole and see what she thought or how we get to this. The safest car color is white.
That's weird.
I don't know.
How do you pick the safest car? Though red is the most pulled over, I heard.
Well, it's because it's the most that
obvious.
Pops out, right? It pops out the most.
I've always drove a red car and I never get pulled over, so I don't know.
But I don't know what they mean by safest car. Is it like car crashes? Is that what they mean?
Safest car. So my mom's car will be white.
Living in sight of water can make you calmer, happier, and more creative, a study found.
That's awesome. So definitely get a house on the lake.
Yeah. Well, and that kind of makes sense, right? It feels like you'd be more apt to sit outside and look at the water than you would just to sit outside and look at your green grass.
I don't know, though. I love going out on my porch and just looking at my horses and cows that I eventually will have.
I was about to say, what porch that has horses and cows? Because that does not exist.
That's like my dream. I'm more of a dreamer with that.
Nicole sits outside our house and closes her eyes and then envisions this horse and porch and all this stuff. Maybe one day, baby.
I think it just means that could be are they putting against studies of sitting on the porch in the country? Because I feel like that's just as calming. You know what I mean?
So
I argue all of these so far.
This one's interesting. The cigarette lighter was invented before the match. Mind blowing, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
How is that? How did that happen? And
why even do matches?
I was about to say, why go backwards? Like you would think that, we already got the lighter. Why we don't even need matches?
Huh.
Maybe to light the match and throw it. I mean, I don't even like lighting matches now. It's like a pain.
Yeah. They're cute for like wedding favors. Yeah. Then they have your name on them and it's like lit a spark or something.
Well, what's funny is sometimes it's more fun watching somebody try to light a match and they don't get it. A really
old match. I still got some from my parents' wedding.
All right. And let's see this one. More than 13,000 years of human life have been spent watching the Gangnam Style video. Hop up Gangnam Style. Hop, 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 hop.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of hours. That's a lot of years. Not hours. 13,000 years.
What? That's ridiculous. Like, what are you even talking about? Are you talking about when people used to put their heads on the bobble people and they did that dance? Remember when you can like elf yourself?
No, I don't. So you know that video that I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I seen it with people's bobbleheads.
Where people do this, like with their hands, they like kind of cross their hands. Whoop up Gangnam Style. They like cross their wrists. Yeah. So that video, what I'm assuming they did. How do they know? What I'm assuming they did is, I bet you if I look at the video on YouTube, it has over 1 billion views, something like that. It probably has something crazy. And so what they probably did is multiplied how long that video is by how many people saw it, divided by, whatever. But
that's ridiculous.
I don't know.
I mean, they couldn't pick a better video?
That's crazy. Well, you know what's crazy? Like, Justin Bieber has one of the most viewed videos of all time, too. It's like in the billions. I don't know if it's like Baby or something like that. And like Despacito is up there, too. I mean, it is pretty bizarre. But you imagine, that's a lot of time. 13,000 years of human life.
I just can't believe they figured that. They must look up the weirdest crap and make sure that, or just like, let's like wow them today. How many facts do you get a day?
So I have it set up to where it gives me like 10 facts a day.
Holy crap.
And it just randomly pops up. I don't look at all of them.
I would do like 1 a day.
But it's available. But you can also just go to the app and swipe through, which is what I'm doing now. And you can...
That's cool, though. I mean, maybe you get some... If you're wanting to be on Jeopardy someday, maybe you'll get, like, 1 answer from there.
All right, so this is the last one that I'm going to do today. This one's really interesting. I think you'll like this one, Nicole. In 2019, a 187-year-old tortoise named Jonathan became the world's oldest known living animal on land.
187.
187.
Is he still alive, then?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Isn't that crazy?
Go, Jonathan, go. Where's Jonathan live? I want to know more.
It's funny because at work, there was a turtle on the road and I stopped to get this turtle and it happened to be a snapping turtle.
Yeah, this isn't the one I posted. This was a different one.
Yeah, and I couldn't even grab the freaking thing because its neck, their necks extend like really crazy long. And so he sent me
like a picture or something right away and I was like, just so you know, don't pick that one up. That's a snapper. He's like, I know, but if someone didn't know, they will bite your fingers off.
Yeah, and so anyways,
after
long story short,
wrestling with it,
I got a shovel. I got it on the shovel, and I was able to put it in the ditch. So.
Yeah. And if you're ever going to save a turtle on the road, I think the best advice I ever got was make sure you're taking it in the direction that it's headed, because if you take it back to the side of the road where it came from, it's going to cross again.
Interesting.
Yo, I didn't tell you that?
No.
Okay, well, I think you do that, right?
Yeah,
I think so far. Yeah. You better. If not, they'll just cross the road again. So take it where it's headed. Okay, so my weird or normal today is...
Wait. Weird.
Or...
Normal.
Okay, is it weird or normal to smell your dog's paws?
That's definitely weird.
I don't think so.
Do you smell Paris and Beyonce's paws?
Oh my gosh, they smell like...
They smell like urine? Because when they pee, the urine like runs down and maybe touches their paws?
No, they smell like... It kind of smells like little baby stinky feet. I like it.
I don't. That is weird.
I know people have said it smells like Fritos. That's like
Fritos?
That's like a common smell. They do kind of smell like Fritos. I don't really like Fritos, but they smell like Fritos. They smell like the dog's paw.
I'm not going to smell the dog's paw.
Let me smell right now while I'm in the moment, so I can give hold on. Come here, Paris.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, she's smelling right up on top, underneath.
Yeah, I like...
Nicole, you did not have to go that hard into your nose. Nicole's like squishing her nose with the paw.
I don't mind it at all.
You know, because all I think of
so cute,
is
puppy.
The dog taking a pee and then the urine like seeping onto their fur on their paw.
It doesn't happen.
I've 100%.
It doesn't smell like urine at all.
I've seen it happen before.
You smell more like urine than the dog smells like urine.
Oh my gosh. I'm just saying that it doesn't seem like a likely thing for me to smell the dog's paw.
So it's weird for you.
It is weird for me. The only paw that I would smell is maybe like a legit like baby puppy paw. You know what I mean?
Baby puppy breath is the worst.
Baby puppy breath is the worst. But so is Paris's breath is the worst too.
No, I've come to love it as well.
Okay, but it smells like farts.
No, it doesn't.
So Nicole loves Nicole.
I do not love the smell of farts because all Victor does is fart every single night, and I just want a new bedroom, and I want him to sleep in a bedroom, and I want to sleep in a bedroom because he just makes it smell like farts.
So if anybody goes and sees Nicole on the street, just walk up to her and toot, and then she'll be like, "Oh, that's such a nice scent."
No, her breath smells really much better since we've gotten her the dental bones.
The dental bones. Oh my God, let me tell you a story about the dental bones. I woke up and I took the dogs out. The dogs were being really good. And I'm like, oh, let me give them a dental bone. And then Nicole looks at me and she's like, did you give the dogs a dental bone? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, no, you didn't. And I'm like, yeah, I did. And she starts freaking out because apparently you're only supposed to give the dog one. But is that really, like, can you really only give them one?
Yes.
Because I don't think that's a true...
So I get up, like, at 7 a.m., and he gets up at, like, 11.
Okay, but let's put it in...
Yeah, he works night shift, so I get it.
So I work...
And
okay, exactly.
So I'm up, and I gave them a dental bone, and I was just, like, thinking, well, Vic never gives them a dental bone, and I don't know if I have to explain it to him, because he doesn't listen half the time. Anyways, he gave it to him, and I said, don't you ever give him a dental bone again. I'm the one that gives dental bones.
Oh, so I heard it. I got an earful.
That way we don't give two and they get sick and stomach pain and then a $600 vet bill.
Yeah.
They have sensitive stomachs. They're 77 years old.
And that's still crazy to me because they do not look like they're 77.
Oh, they're the cutest dogs in the world.
They are very cute.
They are.
They are. I didn't say they're not.
They're the cutest puppies I've ever seen.
All right, here we go. So now I'm going to read a review now that Nicole and I are done with our rants. Because you guys are awesome. And without you, like I always say, there is no us. So we really appreciate it. So
you guys keep us together.
Yes, you do. You do. We learn a lot
you guys keep our podcast together.
We learn a lot about ourselves because of you guys, because of this podcast. So it's really cool. So this is from Liz Cox, 08. Favorite part of Thursday, 5 stars. Love this podcast, ! I look forward to listening every Thursday while I work, ! Love you both from Big Brother and would love to see an all-star edition with one of you. Ooh, I would love to do that. I relate to everything you both say, usually always relate to Nicole for weird or normal. And I can only watch most movies once.
Oh,
yeah.
See?
I thought I was the only one. No. Crying, laughing face. The episode where Victor interviews Nicole, I felt like you were reading my mind with the farm life. Is this just a Nicole review?
This is the
Love
best.
it, and you both. And so, thank you, Liz.
Awesome, thank you. I love that.
Well, she was really nice. That was really sweet
I wonder if she smells her dog's paws too.
Well, she probably doesn't.
I don't do it every single day. Let's just make that clear.
Nicole wakes up
once
in the morning.
a while, I'll kiss their paw and I'll take a little sniff.
Nicole wakes up in the morning and she takes a big old right into their paw and just now you should have seen how she smelled the paw. She her nose scrunched the nostrils because she was pressing it so hard into her nose.
No, when I wake up in the morning, what I do is I roll over, I find both my puppies and I wake them up very slowly. I'm like, you ready to get up? Mm-hmm. And then they stretch and then they kiss, lick my face. I'm like, you ready to get up?
And then she gets up and she just looks at me with a face of disgust and is like, ugh. He's sleeping in again. And then she walks out. So that's her morning. That's normal. And I've come to accept that. Well, thank you guys so much. Please rate, review, and subscribe. The easiest way to do it is on Apple Podcasts. You can listen to this anywhere you listen to podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. And you can always go to www.cococalientepodcast.com. And you can also check out our merchandise there, which is really awesome. You know, I don't know. I'm the one modeling all the shirts.
Yeah.
So they are really, really nice shirts.
Hashtag model.
Hashtag model. Don't forget to follow us at Coco Caliente Podcast on Instagram and at Coco Caliente Pod on Twitter. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.